we have no power. I just thought, what the hell else am I going to do with my day? So here I am. It's crappy. We are having severe thunderstorms today, and most of our town lost their power earlier in the week, so no, we don't have any. It flashed on and off about, I don't know, a dozen times, and now we are powerless. We're just sitting here. Luckily, I have a propane heater, so the house will still stay warm because it is cold out. It was possibly supposed to freezing rain, but it's just raining. This is what it looks like. Exciting. I physically can't do anything. Like, I was about to do laundry, the water was filling, and the power flashed off, so I had to shut that off so I wouldn't lose all of the water in the house. And it sounds like rumbly out. Very, very rumbly out. So, yeah, it's like, I don't know, pretty early. But I knew when I woke up that it was crappy out because the sun wasn't, everything was really dark in the house. Now the power's out too. So we'll just be sitting here. It's just a thunderstorm. There's no, we don't have any high wind storms. I don't even have a warning on my storm. It's just a rainstorm. Like, I don't even have warnings. The last time I had warnings for every single thing.
Why is the electricity out if there's no wind?
It's possible that they're reinstalling the power that went down the road out because it's down like about 4 miles from here, or they are, or some big wind did come through and knock out one of our lines. It was just weird because the way it flickered, so it made me think that like they were shutting it off. I have no idea. I have no idea why we don't have power, but it did just flash and flash and flash. So it didn't seem like it was that serious, and yeah, there's not really that much wind, but it could have been a lightning struck something or knocked a tree branch and caused it out. I have no idea. We're out of power. I know, I knew the water was leaking into the door because it was raining directly at the door. So, yeah.
No power.
No power.
Do we have any battery lights?
Nope. But you don't want to walk all over here.
We don't have that one camping one you said?
The what?
The camping one you said?
I don't know where it is. I don't know where your dad has any of the camping stuff. I think they're all in the camper being stored. Yeah, the only thing, I have a headlamp, I think hanging at the door. But all of the actual lights, you'll just have to pull windows open. Yeah, that's pretty much all we got.
I need like a brighter one because I'm drawing and I can't
Use the headlamp, yeah. Hopefully the headlamp doesn't run out on you. I use that one all the time too for chasing cats when they run out the door. Hello. We're having terrible, darkness. We don't have any power. So yeah, it is dark. That's why I was like, what the hell am I going to do with myself today? We're literally in a storm, but it's not really rain. It's raining heavily. There's hardly any winds. Occasionally some winds kick up. Well, there is possibilities for serious weather today. A lot of the people in our area already don't have power because of all the ice and rainstorms the other day. So yeah, we're literally, I don't know if it was, we are having rain. There is ice storms local, and it could freezing rain in our area today, but I live in Michigan. Like, it is very wonky. You never know. It could be like, it might be 60 later. So I have no idea. Here's the thunder. It's just a big, long rumble. But our power flashed about half an hour ago and just was like flash, 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 flash. So, and like I said, half of our town already doesn't have power for a few days because a tree took down one of the lines. So the other day, it was a full size tree. We drove by, and it was literally, I don't know, it was a full size like 100-year-old tree. It was a big tree. I couldn't even believe it. The irony is it fell right in front of the gentleman's house that cuts wood. And he has it like wood out by the cord. So I thought that was actually really hilarious. Yeah. And I don't even know what to do with myself because I was doing laundry and the power went out. Well, flashed a bunch on me, and so I had to shut the water off because my water will still keep filling because I'm in the country and just will until there's no water left in the tanks up here. I don't know. And I might be like movie and scatter around while I'm doing this because I'm using my phone's internet, which I'm sure is not very good. Yeah, we're right in there. I'm in Michigan, so yeah, we're right in like the heart of, well, we're in the northern part of that storm area. But it's still like I woke up and my house was dark, 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 dark. And I can't get it to brighten up. And especially since there's no power. Like the teens are sleeping. So they're lucky because they don't have to do school today because there's no internet. And we're just gonna. The cats are making a mess. Yeah, it does suck. It could be worse. We had power until this morning. I mean, it just went out this morning. And like I said, there are people that are like a mile and a half away that don't have power until next week. So it, it could have been worse than it was. Luckily, we always seem to be like, the storms cut us. Like, there were severe tornadoes north of us and south of us a couple days ago. And actually, when I took my trash out yesterday, the big, huge tree that's directly in front of my trash can, its roots are slightly lifted off the ground. So that was kind of eek gad. So yeah, there's been some pretty serious storms. And like I said, the tree that took out the area near us was a huge tree. It was not a small tree. Yeah, please bring my lights back on. Yeah, I'd like to be able to. I was supposed to do the dishes, so like I'm not like completely sarcastically caring. So, who wants to do their dishes? Not me. So I'm not gonna do those. But I won't be like reading a book or doing art or doing anything else because like the only thing I can see is I'm actually the only reason you can see me is because I'm standing directly in front of this raining window. It's the only reason. If I even stood, oh, I guess you can still see me, but I can't even see you. Like I've stepped on a cat. I think my dog. Nope, it's just cats. Cats are laying next to my feet, so I have to. Cat jumped up here, tried to get on me a little bit ago, and when I tossed her down, I threw her on another cat. So yeah. So I was just drinking coffee. I have to do my laundry, and now I'm just gonna. I don't even know. Well, I guess this is good preparation because we are right now we're trying to get our house packed because we are getting ready to move. My parents are selling their property and we've been living on their property. And so just being cute. Yeah, sure. I'm just being cute. No. So we are actually about to camp for the rest of the summer because I would rather camp and have fun than actually do real life things. It is brand spanking. I unplugged it like 20 minutes ago, so I figured like, what else am I gonna do with my day? I might as well live stream. And I do have a little portable booster for when we camp and stuff. So if I wanted, I could plug in like it's not like a Jackery, but kind of like a Jackery. It's like Harbor Freight Jackery. I don't know. The cheap man's version. So I do have one little heating thing, and I have a griddle for cooking, and I have my propane heater on because it's pretty cold here. And pretty much that's it. My daughter came for my outdoor headlamp because she can't, you know, she's like, I was trying, Mom, I can't see anything, and she's the only one awake. Everybody else is still sleeping, and the mister is gone to work. And he even jokingly said, could have storms today. Here we are, storming it up. How many kitties do I got down here? 1, 2, 3, 4 cats under my toes. Oh, I'm seeing. This is Matt. That is exactly what we are. This is what we want to do, at least for the summer. I want to do the country, but like my husband's not a fly by the seat of his pants person. So like I have been like working on plans just to travel in our state. You know, I can accomplish a lot in Michigan, so and do some traveling and post some videos of hiking and motorcycle riding or biking and walking or whatever. Uh, Camping life. I have no idea. Cities, little towns. So those are the ideas I was thinking of doing. And our kids are, I can't read anything without glasses, so we're going to play the up and down. But my kids pretty much are getting bigger, so we were like, we want to enjoy a little more time. And um, the Maverick was hurt last year, so we were going to do this last year, but he ruptured his distal tendon and he couldn't use his right arm for the whole summer. So pretty much just didn't. I was just making sure that was the same rating. So we pretty much, our plans are, I'm supposed to be packing the house, which I'm not doing obviously today, and we are slowly shuffling everything into storage and putting all of our camper stuff. And while we're traveling, we're going to try to find the property we want because we don't have any attachments to any specific place because my childhood home's being sold. So we pretty much are like, where are we going to go? I want to go to Houghton, which is like in the UP in the Keweenaw. We might just end up in Travers area, but I don't want to end up there. I know a lot of people like that area, but it's just too. It's just. It's just too people. I'd rather be in the country. I mean, we want to be near the city. I have a couple pieces of property up near Houghton that I have picked out, but it doesn't mean that those are properties we're going to end up with. One's been on the market for over a year, so I even thought about contacting the seller and seeing if that they'd be willing to like do like a land contract temporary because my husband had to switch his jobs and didn't work for 6 months because of his injuries. So we have to reassess getting a home loan. So our reassessment is to have fun and travel and try to do as much as possible. So I want to do all of the state. And I'm hoping if I can get enough, I don't know, like excitement out of him, then we're gonna maybe travel outside of the state, but possibly just this year. Ooh, you saw my lightning. This year we're gonna just travel in Michigan, and like I said, maybe I'll get him outside of it. Maybe we'll head out of the UP into over into Minnesota and Wisconsin area because I actually want to go to Idaho and Utah and that area. And I'm very interested. And I know that the quickest way to get there would be to do our Michigan travel, head out the north part of the state instead of coming around and having to go through Chicago. And no, thank you. I'm just not really down with that. I mean, I'm sure that, like, I would like to see, I've been to those areas, but I'm sure the kids would like to see Chicago. But I mean, it's just Chicago, so like you can probably look at it online. I don't care. So I would rather head out the UP side of Michigan and head over. And then I would want to start like zigzagging or wiggling back and forth through this country. But probably just Michigan this year. We'll see. That's our goal. Our plan to not do it. To not stay here. No. We were supposed to actually be gone by the spring last year. We were leaving the first week in May, and the Maverick got hurt on the 27th of April last year. And he had to have emergency surgery 2 weeks later, and then 3 months he wasn't allowed to use his right arm while his tendon refused to the place it was attached. And then he was allowed to start using it, but it took almost a full 6 months until he had full access to his right arm again. And him and I had already quit our jobs because we were heading to the UP, and he had gotten a different job that he couldn't take. So now instead of doing what we were going to do last year, I am pushing to like camp all summer. And so I've been slowly trying to set up my itinerary. I'm planning on posting videos. That's why I've been making dumb shorts. So doing all of like the trending shorts, just trying to get to my subscribing numbers so that when I start posting videos, because a couple times I've hit the number on the video, like what I need to get to my subscribing or to get monetized or whatever, and I didn't have enough subscribers. So I backed myself back out of making videos and doing anything like that and focused directly on trying to build a bunch of subscribers really fast. And I did that with dumb shorts, trying to do trending shorts. So there were times like I get like 150 subscribers in a day, and so I just hurried up and tried to do that. So once I hit that, now I'm gonna go back to vlogging videos again. So it'll probably be right now I'm working on I had bronchitis like a month ago, and I can't get rid of my cough. I've been working on the camper. I actually started working on it last year, but then when he got hurt, I came to a complete screeching halt. I got a part-time job. I started my own business, gardening for people who, I don't know, weren't keeping their yards up, and pretty much I was helping revamp people's beds and flower beds and stuff like that. So that's what I did for the whole summer because, like I said, I had quit my job because we were leaving town and he had gotten a different job. So we pretty much, our life came to a screeching halt when he got injured. And I, after about 2 weeks, was like, we can't just piddle money. We have to have money coming in too. So I put myself out to do gardening. And I don't know, I took care of about 20 people, a lot of elderly people's houses that didn't do their own yards anymore, or who maybe loved their yard or wanted to keep up with their yard, but just didn't have the energy to do as much of the work. So there was a couple of ladies that would come out and garden while I was gardening. And then I thought sometimes I would feel bad because I was making friends with them and being very friendly with them and having lots of personable conversations with them, spending hours of time with them. But then they were handing me money and I would leave. So I kind of felt like I was being paid to be their friend, and it made me feel guilty. But I was actually doing gardening for them. I wasn't just socializing them. But there's more lightning. But I am a social person, so if they were out hanging around, usually I was spending time socializing with them. And I think I took care of about 15. There's that thunder to go with that lightning. So it pretty much, I took care of about 15 elderly people's houses that couldn't care for their own yards anymore. And then I just did a bunch of, ooh, the puppy's scared. Is he so scared? Is that scary? My puppy's scared. The cat's trying to get on the table. Did you rip up a box? My puppy was ripping up a box while I was talking to you guys. So now I have Box all over the ground too. That thunder isn't stopping. That was like the same. There's the wind back up again. And I can't really check with consumers. My parents aren't even home, so yeah, my parents live directly next door. They're not even home, so they're pretty much don't know we don't have power. They're like probably they're gonna come home and be like, oh shoot. Last week they had filled their tub and had everything, or the other day, me and the kids ended up. Well, the kids got nervous that there was going to be a tornado because we got hit with a tornado warning. This was 4 days ago or something, 5 days ago. We got hit with a tornado warning, and like I said, actually, the tornadoes didn't hit us at all. They almost split us. So tornadoes hit the town directly north or south of us, and then they hit the town directly north of us, which they aren't like super close. I mean, we live in the country, so um, like 10 miles away. But the town that they were saying was going to get hit was actually the same, like our road is their main road. And even though we're a country road, it's their main town's road. So they ended up, they don't have power. And then, like I said, the other side of Langsburg, or my little town, doesn't have power. And then the town, or the opposite direction, when you head to the next town over, there's no power. So pretty much we're kind of like sitting in like we were lucky. So not having power now is kind of like a oh okay, because I'm shocked we had power when people in all directions didn't have power. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. I know that we lived in Petoskey Point City area, and those people literally got obliterated a few days ago. Um, One of my friends on Facebook posted that they had were out putting the generator in, hooking the generator up, or getting the gas in the generator in the morning after their storm, and they heard some crackling sound, and the telephone pole that was in their front yard fell into their driveway. It broke in half and fell in their driveway. And then it caused a domino effect, which when that one snapped, it snapped the next one and the next one, and they lost 12 telephone poles or power lines poles in about 5 minutes. So, yeah. And I know that, like my old job, they had power, but because I heard them say, we've got power, you can come get food here. But I know that most of the people that I'm friends with do not have power in that area either. So, why did you do that? Why did you rip boxes up all over the floor? So, pretty much we're hanging out with no power. And I don't know what else to talk about. I really just knew that I had planned on posting a bunch of little videos today, and I was going to sit on my computer because I have like, I don't know, 6 puzzle videos that I need to post. And the kids have been using my computer, so I haven't really had good access to it, and I needed to figure that out. So I am obviously not going to be editing any videos, and I was going to work on the video that is my trailer, even though I have a few more little jobs to do. Like I said, when he got hurt, I stopped working on the camper, so I have the flooring all laid, but I haven't attached it. All I've done is like loosen it, and then I bought some adhesive, you stick down adhesive. And then we also, it's completely painted. I have all the curtains made. I have most of the curtains hung also. But I'm replacing the sink in it because the sink was like this big. And I'm a family of 5. So like, well, we're a family of 7, but I'm only a family of 5 that's going to be traveling in the camper. So the 5 of us, we need a much bigger sink. And I have this huge sink for when I build a house, and so I'm probably gonna put that monstrous sink into it, but I have to replace the countertop because the countertop is about 3 inches too short, And I have that 3 inches on the edge of the cupboard, so I'm going to cut a hole in the cupboard. I'm going to extend the sink to where I want it to be, and then make a false front for the sink right by the door, and then build shelves where the sink has stuck out too far. So pretty much right when you walk in my little camper door. This is like a 1980s camper, so when you walk right inside the door was the cupboards, but there was about this much of a gap. Well, I need this gap. So what I'm gonna do is put little shelves below, and then where the sink is gonna protrude, I'm gonna make a false wall to finish it off. So, and then on the cupboards above that cupboard, I'm also just gonna make a little box shelf to stick on the end of that to create a few more shelves. I don't know. And then it's a 4-bed bunkhouse in the back. So we're not using one of the bunks because I got the 3 kids. So one of the beds has about 6 inches where you can see out into the living room, even with a curtain. So I'm gonna build like a 6-inch wall at the end of my thing. It's gonna shrink the kids' door to like 19 inches, but luckily we're all tall and skinny. Even to that doesn't matter. So that's what we're planning on doing. So I'm like halfway through that video. Well, I'm like 3/4 of the way through my renovation, and then winter hit last year. We put all of our camping gear into the camper. So now I have to, when it slightly warms up one day, I have to shuffle everything out of the camper so that I can continue getting the few jobs done that I need to do in the camper. That's it. And then I do want to paint the camper, like exterior paint. I kind of want to do like a radiant shade with blues, and do like a silhouetted mountain scene, and then have on the back of the camper it come together and almost look like a little path that's, I don't know. That's my plan. And then I'm going to create trees, and then maybe over time me and the kids can paint little details and like little fun things about our trips onto that silhouetted design. I don't even know how to explain it. I sort of have like a piece of art that I like that sort of represents what I want. So that is what my plan is to do. But we might not do the painting until we're actually like on the road. Like I might start painting while we are actually camping. So that's, and I do not know, because like I said, my husband wants to just find somewhere else. I'm the one that's like being like a complete gypsy and wanting to travel and not live in home anymore and just be like, go home. What? I don't want to go home. So my plans are to travel and set up everything and have it all set up. And I've been pricing out the different places and trying to give him an idea of how much things would cost so that he would feel less stressed. And then I'm gonna start posting videos of the places as we go to them after I finish posting like the puzzle videos that I have I'm such a puzzle nerd, and I film myself doing all my puzzles and then I never upload them. So I have like, I don't know, my phone has like probably like 50 gigs of videos of me doing puzzles. And maybe, no, they're almost all doing puzzles because it's like 5 hours of me doing like puzzles on each one. Yeah. And I can't edit the videos on my phone. So I have to go like hook them to my computer and then like transfer all of it, and then I have to upload them into my editing software, and it's so much easier to just hit like video, and but the creator, YouTube's creator site, it just uses too much memory. So I do kind of like that I can pull short videos into their create edit software and make little videos, but it's like if I'm pulling 8 gigs of a bunch of little videos into it, well, it's gonna double that because when I pull those videos in, then there's 8 gigs where that video is sitting, and now there's 8 gigs sitting in that app, and then when I start to shuffle it around, and then I save it, it's another 8 gigs or whatever. So I pretty much would I tried posting or making a video out of one of my puzzle videos, and it completely ate all my memory and I couldn't download the video. I made the whole video, I spent all the time, and then it just didn't. And like I said, the kids use the computers more than I do because we homeschool, so they need the computer more than I do. So I don't get to my computer as often as I should, and I just save and save and save and save and save videos. I have my phone holds 64 gigs, and then I have a 256 or 124 gig. I don't remember, one of the two, of a SIM card, or I mean, an SD card in there. So I literally have like 300 gigs or something almost on my phone, and it's almost full. So I just I have to get everything transferred so that I can start getting other videos out. And then maybe I can up my views, finish my monetizing, so that then I don't have to go get a gardening job. Please, please subscribe. I don't want a gardening job. I'm just joking. Just joking, honestly. You don't have to subscribe. You can just watch and not subscribe. I'm perfectly okay with that. But if you do, and I see that you subscribed, I will subscribe back to you because I'm a mark like that, and I subscribe to everyone that subs to me. Because, I mean, what does it hurt? Is more the way I think of it. Unless I think their videos like trash. I'm sorry. If they make like videos against like my beliefs, then that might change my mind. But for the most part, I just I just subscribe to people who subscribe to me. And if they're really nice and they leave lots of nice comments, I usually watch all their videos too, just because I think it's a kind thing to do. And it doesn't hurt for me if I'm going to be sitting here staring at YouTube to watch a couple people's videos that could help them make money. So that's what I do. So the people that I find smaller or YouTubers like me, and then I watch their videos so that I hopefully help them get to subscription or to monetized, and then they can be making some extra money like I'd like to be making. So that's my plan. But soon enough, soon enough. All right. So if anyone didn't know, I'm sitting here without power, and I didn't know what to do with myself. Powerless. We're powerless here. Powerless. What can I do with this? Oh, retouches. Ooh, good. Now do I look better? Oh yeah, do I look better? I just turned my touch-ups on. So you were seeing all of my like dark skin colors. Let's see what the difference is. Touch-ups off. Yeah, I guess you can just see a few more of my spots on my face. But honestly, I don't know. You can see them anyways. What does that touch-up thing even do? Does it even do anything? No, I don't think so. So we'll just leave it on. If it does anything, we'll just pretend that it helps. So, all right, you guys. No one's here, so I'm not going to feel guilty when I leave. I'm going to go over to Matt at Mac, and I'm going to subscribe to him because that's the kind of junk I do. I think I'll also go to the other people who went to mine. So probably gonna go. Yay, 2 more people. I was just about to heads up. I was gonna see who subscribed to me because I like to see if I can. All right. I wanted to make sure that I subscribe to anyone that subscribes to me. So I like to peek around at what people said to me so that, oops. Oh, look, I can do a poll. Oh. Let's see what my poll can be. Ask my community. Should we travel and post on videos? I'm just joking completely. I don't even know how to see my comments back up again. I'm a dork. I don't know how to see the comments. I got rid of them, and now I don't know how to see them. No one can even tell me because I can't see comments. I swear. I can only see how to filter them. Like, where the hell did they go? I don't know. No, I don't want to share that. So, I have no idea. I can't see any of the comments. They all disappeared. So, that's it. I'm gonna go. I know, 37 minutes. I was hoping for a little more, but I don't have anything to do. I can't even warm up coffee. I have like, I don't know, this much. I guess good thing I cold brewed today or last night because I want power. It's been about, well, let's see. I've been videoing for 37 minutes, so we've been almost without power for almost an hour now. It would be nice. I know it's so eerie behind me. I kind of actually like when I can't see anything behind me. The cats are running amok over there. They're all in the dark too, but they can see everything, so they're all crazy over there. And my puppy's sleeping by my feet, like, what's going on, lady? And the thing is like, this is the only place that has any good lighting. So I'm just better off almost just to stand here the whole day until the power comes back on. If it comes back on. I might have to go. Figure that. There won't be anything I can physically do about it, so I guess there's no reason to see if I can help turn on the power, because I can't. But I could go get a couple of our little power boxes so that my daughter could turn on a lamp. You're gonna go outside in that rain? All right. The puppy's gonna go out in the rain. I guess we're gonna go let the puppy out in the rain.